Hello and welcome to my very first vlog. Don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just playing it by ear and going with the flow and hopefully produce something that might be vaguely of interest to somebody out there. And so the main reason I really wanted to do this vlog was to let you know that I have finally released the pattern for the Norwegian Shawl's shawl, which is what I'm wearing here today. This is just like a black and white version with the third colour for the trim and the tassel, and the original version is this lovely blue version, blue and green, which was a beautiful fade set, custom dyed. Don't know if you can see that, actually the lights are not in the wrong direction, but I might pop in a little photo of this into the video afterwards. I ran a retreat in Norway back in June now. Hopefully that's something I'm going to be doing more regularly, and part of the retreat was the chance to make a small crochet project, and the custom dyed yarn was one of the elements of that. The colours are based on the Norwegian island. And this is the design that I came up with for that beautiful fade set that Charlotte so skillfully dyed for me. So this pattern is now available to purchase. I've got British terminology and US terminology, and it's available from Love Crafts and Ravelry as well. So if you remember some time ago, this didn't really get published as quickly as I wanted. There's a few issues. Some of it was me being a bit slow, and then my tech editor's not got COVID, so that sort of set things back a bit. And then it was summer holidays, and we've all got kids, so it's kind of, you know, just nothing ever really goes as quickly as you plan. So anyway, it's now available. It's been tested. It's been tech edited. If you have purchased it and you want to take part in the prize draw, the prize draw is you can win this set, this mini skein set and this contrast colour, and a copy of the PDF pattern. If you have already bought the pattern, I'll just refund you for the pattern. So that's the prize draw, and to enter the prize draw, check the captions. The main thing is that you're following me on Instagram, and that you've signed up to my newsletter, and that you're also following Lottie Knits on Instagram. It is fundamentally a Instagram giveaway. So please do that. I will probably draw someone next week, and if I ever do episode 2 of my vlog, then I'll announce it there, but I'll also email the person that won. So the other thing that I wanted to do with this vlog is just talk to you about what I get up to, some of the things I'm making, some of the things I'm designing. I can't always tell you what I'm designing because it's for publications, and I have, you know, there's a clause where I'm not allowed to show anything I'm working on until after the publication date. But however, there are lots and lots of things that I have been making. If you see my Instagram, you would have seen one of the posts for Yarn Friends Rock, which is an Instagram challenge, was I had a huge bundle of sort of projects I've started, mostly sweaters, and not finished. Oh, actually there's another one here, and that's a bit of that, and then there's this crazy one as well. So I'm just going to quickly go through these and also explain some of the reasons why I've got all these, and you'll get a bit of an insight into my design process as well, probably. And also I am predominantly a crochet teacher, and hence one of the reasons why I have just too many WIPS. So the first one I'll talk about is my Culmore. And so I designed a cardigan for Journals of Scottish, the Journal of Scottish Yarns, which is a fantastic publication, an absolute masterpiece by my dear friend Susan. And I've got a couple of designs in there, and one of them is the Culmore cardigan. So it's a granny square cardigan, but not a straightforward granny square actually. If we get some more photos. It looks like a granny square from, at first glance, traditional one, but it's actually, it's got a bit of a twist literally, because the second round is rotated so that you kind of almost get like this flower effect. So the original sample that I made, then I had to make another one for the publication, which is this one. It's these beautiful sort of wild Scottish Highland colours, you know, like gorse and moss and granite. Those were the inspirational colours for that version. So that's a second version I made, which Susan has got, and you might have seen it at some of the yarn shows because Susan's got it on her rail. And then this third one, actually I'm making 4. I haven't got the other one up here. So anyway, this is the third one I'm making. I'm actually making a sweater of this one. So just to make you aware, I'm not following the actual pattern layout instructions for this. I've sort of gone off tangent a bit. So instead of having a waterfall front, this is actually going to be a sweater. And I've done it just with 4 colours rather than the random 6 colours. So I need to, that's so close to being finished. I've done front and back. I got to do some neck shaping, join it together. This is all continuous granny stitch join. So all the motifs are made separately the first 3 rounds, and then this sort of aubergine round, that's all been done in one go. So there's only 2 ends to that, which I have actually sewn those in already. And that's one of the beauties of this pattern. Continuous granny stitch join is something I discovered probably in about 2013 in a Japanese book, and it is just a fantastic method that helps you to join things very quickly without having loads and loads of ends to sew in. So that I have actually got a video tutorial for that, which you can find in amongst my videos, and if I get time I will put any relevant links in the caption for this video. So that's number 1. Number 2 is this is just a how many rounds? 1, 2, 3, 4 round traditional granny square. Light is terrible that end because I've got these, you know, studio lights, but they're pointing at me. I might slip a photo in of that. So I did a design and make your own granny square sweater course last year actually. Was it last June? Sometime last year. I'm running it again this September locally in Walton-on-Thames. If you're local and you fancy joining me, I've still got spaces. And this was actually, I had to do some photo tutorials because one of my students the way she designed her sweater was in a very particular way. So I had to come up with how to do the underarm. So for example, this has got a 6-sided motif for the armpit, and then she wanted quite a wide neck because it's for her teenage daughter. So I did some instructions just to help her along with that. So just for the sake of the video tutorials and the photo tutorials, I ended up almost making a whole sweater. So this is JC Rennie 100% lamb's wool 4-ply, and it is a really fantastic yarn actually. It's got really good yardage. It's about £6 a ball, and this sort of grey colour, which is putty, this is probably about 2 balls. So in terms of a high quality yarn, I think it's actually really good value. It's called Super Soft, and for anyone that doesn't know very much about natural yarns, you might think, well actually it's not that soft, but it is lamb's wool, and once you've washed it a few times it does soften up. And for a yarn that's quite rustic, It has got a fantastic drape. This hasn't been washed yet, so you can see you've still got this kind of slight like quilted effect, but when you've washed it and blocked it, because natural yarns have a stitch memory, that will become a lovely smooth fabric, which is something you don't get with acrylic. That's why I don't really enjoy using acrylic for garments, because they lack a certain sophistication with the finished. That's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of people use it. So obviously this doesn't fit me that well, because it is, I made it the exact size as that she was making it for her teenage daughter. Actually, not too bad, is it? So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this. Do I? And this is where I want you to help me as well. So I would like you to really comment and give me some feedback about what you think I should do about some of these garments. I'd like you to let me know which one you like the most, which one you think I should finish, which one you want to see a pattern for, all that kind of thing. So this one, what should I do? It's got to have some neck doing. Some of them I might sell. I have got an Etsy store, but you know, to be honest, no one's really going to pay. If I worked out minimum wage and the cost of materials, you know, I wouldn't be selling it. No one would pay that. So if I do sell them, it's probably going to be cost of materials plus something else bunged on top, which probably still be too expensive for some people. But anyway, people that knit and crochet, you will know the value. And yeah, so the selling bit is not really, it's not top of my list, but you know, there's only so many granny square sweaters you can have, especially if you make ones that don't really fit you. But I think maybe these might look quite good with a pair of jeans. I don't know, what do you think? Keep the sleeves 3/4, keep it cropped. It does need, obviously I wouldn't wear this underneath it. It needs some kind of extra bit on the neck and a end sewing in and all that. Anyway, I actually quite like this one. Anyway, let me know what you think. So this is just like traditional sweater number 2. Traditional granny square in lamb's wool, 3/4 sleeved and quite cropped. Okay, let's do sweater number 3. Sweater number 3, which is not really a sweater, it's maybe, I don't know what you'd call that, t-shirt or something. Anyway, this is, if you've seen one of my most popular sweaters, is a sweater I designed for one of my sweater courses. Actually it's one of the options, you know, to give people an idea of what you could make. So this is my Claremont sweater. It's very popular on my YouTube. People often ask me for the pattern, and I have to explain that this sweater was part of my design and make your own sweater course. So I'm going to do another video about what's entailed in that, because I'm thinking about putting it online. So I'm going to do an overview of what that course involves. Anyway, but that's a very popular design from that. There isn't a pattern for that. There could be possibly, but it is ultimately from, you know, trying to get people to think about how you get a motif and how you can turn any motif into something you can wear and that will fit you. So that's double knit cotton, and I actually find double knit a little bit too hot for sweaters. I prefer fingering or 4-ply for sweaters, or 3-ply. I just think in our climate where it never gets that cold, double knit and anything thicker than double knit, I just find it not very wearable. So this was supposed to be, so this is the same motif but in 4-ply. So it's, obviously you need a few more motifs. I was aiming for a kind of baggy top to take on holiday and wear over the top of a cami with some light denim shorts or something. So it's got a, the back hem is, the front hem is slightly low, shorter than the back hem. It's got short sleeves, and then I haven't really decided on the neck. I can see the problem is I do these things, and then I did most of this on the car journey to France. We drove to the south of France in the summer, and it was like a 10-hour car journey or something. So most of this was actually done then. The yarn is fantastic actually. It's called Crea Deluxe Organic Cotton, and it's from Tribe Yarns in Richmond. I bought it online, but I need to actually go in the shop and pick some more of these because I want to make a multicoloured. It's just a really, really good quality, beautifully soft, drapey cotton organic yarn. It's not that cheap, but again, it's, you know, if you can save up and buy that instead of some acrylic yarn, it'll be better for you. Okay, no more acrylic bashing. So you can see here that I've kind of started a bit of experimentation with the neck there to cut. I prefer a bit of sophistication with crocheted garments. I don't like, you know, things not being shaped or finished off properly at the neckline, or cuffs not finished and stuff, you know, and I think that's partly why I sort of end up with a lot of these things that are sort of half finished. But you can see here I've obviously worked out how to do a nice curved neck edge, but it was an experiment because I've started there and there. So with this one, I don't know what to do. I think I wasn't that keen on it, but anyway, let me just try it on. I think I actually did like a triangle for the top of the sleeve because the sleeves were too wide, so I ripped it out, and then so obviously this is not going to look very good with this white top, but don't know, not too sure about this or what I'm going to do with it, or I don't know, what do you think? Do you think the sleeves are a bit it still needs a bit of a hem or a trim or something or other on there, I don't know. Anyway, so that's sweater number 3. What do you think? Do you think I should finish it or leave it till the spring, or something else? I'm not ripping anything, not unravelling anything, just because they're motifs and I can't be bothered with it. Okay, now, so that was number 3. Number 4, let's go for this crazy one. So again, this was scrap yarn, because when I do my beginners classes I always use paint box yarn, cotton double knit. So I end up with, I usually just buy a huge pile, and then the students come into the first class and they can pick the colours they like. So I always end up with some colours that people don't really like that much, and the yellow is often one of them, and orange, but this hasn't got any orange in it actually. But anyway, so this is double knit, and it was where I was just having to photograph and document for photo tutorials various techniques. So I think this was, I actually did a video for these, joining each round as you go, because unlike these ones where the final round is all the same colour, this one's got final round different colour, and they're all you know, join as you go in the final round. And I think I did yes, a video tutorial for seaming with granny stitch, and then I started to do a video tutorial about some neck shaping, and then this got just chucked in a bag again. So this actually fits Marco, and he really likes it. He said he wanted to have it and wear it. I don't know, what do you reckon? Finish it and sell it on Etsy, or finish it and give it to charity? Finish it, make Marco wear it, or just save it for things like this that are really quite handy for class as well when I'm teaching, because it's like a mini version of what we're doing, so I can often just use this as a prop as well. But I think it would be good to finish it, but that's not a priority. So number 4, crazy. Sweater number 5. Is this a sweater, or it's more like a large top? Again, so close to being finished. What needs doing with this? So I've got one completed sleeve with a nice trim. The neck is finished, but I think the neck's quite wide, and I think I was thinking about doing something with that, who knows. This sleeve not done, it's got a triangle missing under the armpit, because I often use triangles in shaping. And it's got a split hem as well. Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now. So this, I've done a split hem, but using a motif, where the split actually takes place in the motif. And this is Lithuanian linen from Midwinter Yarns, I think. And this is 3-ply, and this is absolutely fantastic in terms of the fabric you get for crocheted garments. I mean, it's just beautiful. This is so close to being finished, I'm not sure why I didn't finish this. There's probably something that I didn't like about it. Oh no, it's really nice. It's really nice. What I wonder what was going on there then. I don't know, I think I should definitely finish that because it's, I mean I wouldn't wear this underneath it, but I think you know, like a cami or black cami, a white cami, I live in leggings. Anyway, this one, it is actually pretty lush. Alright, anyway, yeah, I don't know why that's in the WIP pile. And I've got plenty of, sometimes I run out of yarn, but I did actually find, this was hanging up in my wardrobe on a coat hanger with an organza bag with the yarn that I need in the organza bag hanging off the coat hanger as well. So, I don't know. So what's that, number 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is 6. Again, this was just one I was using. So I was trying to go for a gradient effect there. So this is 4-ply. This is 4-ply organic cotton from Hobby actually. And it's really nice, and they seem to be on and off with the organic cotton. Sometimes they sell it and sometimes it's discontinued, and then suddenly it'll be back again, and then they have a sale and then I buy loads of it because I do like it. It's very soft. And problem with organic cotton though, don't you find, it's always some washed out baby pastel. I'd like to see some organic yarns in more vibrant colours. I think they just assume you're going to want to make baby stuff. And even baby stuff, you know, why is it limited to pastels? So that's actually why I quite like this, because it had this kind of like charcoaly grey. So here, this is actually the section I used to do the video for the continuous granny stitch join. That's why I've got this, and then I decided to experiment with some slip stitch ribbing on the neck. A slip stitch ribbing for crochet. So what I've discovered is, from having done a lot of it, I was worried I wouldn't have anything to say, but clearly I've got way too much to say. Anyway, I hope you're still watching, and thank you, but hopefully I'm not being too boring. I was talking about something about this cotton, wasn't I? Organic cotton. Oh no, ribbing, that's it. Slip stitch ribbing for crochet is fantastic. It's really the only true stretchy kind of stitch you can, the only kind of stretchy ribbing, and it's done side to side, perpendicular to the work, and you can join it as you go. Seems to work quite well with chunkier yarns, like for brims of hats and stuff, but as soon as you go anything finer, because of the way the stitches slant and the way you're joining, unless your gauge is spot on, it ends up sort of sloping like this. I don't know if you can see, it's sort of sloping to one side. I don't like the look of that. So I think with this one I'm going to have to, because I wanted like a wide ribbed neckline. So for this one I'm actually going to rip that off, and I'm going to make slip stitch ribbing separately, sorry, and then sew it on, and that stops that slanting. And I have got a video for doing slip stitch cuff, making and attaching a slip stitch cuff, and it's basically the same procedure for the neck. So you can take a look at that if you like. Might do a video for the neck one, don't know yet. So what do you think about this? So I can't really show you this because I think I had plans for this one. I think I was also going to do long full length sleeves with a wide ribbed cuff, I think. And this reminds me of those chocolate licorice all sorts. Do you know which ones I mean? So that's number 6, and then we got number 7. Which is, I've got a design called the Tiled Tee, which you might have seen me wear, and I've got a blue one and an orange one. And the orange one I wear it so much. It's some alpaca that I got from Eden Cottage Yarns, and it is for crochet garments. It is just the most fantastic yarn because it is so drapey, and that is a problem with crochet. very often it doesn't drape as well as knitting, but that just hangs beautifully. So, but because I wore it so much, I thought, oh, I fancy a cream version. So this is actually, can't remember the name, a Portuguese brand, I think. I'll put it, is it Rosario or something? Jardin. This is like a wool and cotton blend, again 4-ply, and this is actually quite a pleasant yarn. But then when I started making this halfway through, I think I decided to turn it into a cardigan. So I got all these bits and this bit, maybe, and was going to be a short-sleeved cardigan, but I don't know. I think I sort of lost interest in that a bit. But again, you know, I've done like such a big proportion of it. It seems a bit of a waste to not finish it. I don't know. What do you reckon? So that's number 7. So let me know in the comments. Number 7. Number 6. Which one was this? Number 5? Number 4. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1. I might have got the numbers muddled up, but if you can leave me some kind of indicator other than colour or something. I probably have mixed the colours up. Anyway, that's it. I have actually run out of things to say. Apart from, please remember to follow Lottie Knits on Instagram and me, Mezza May. Sign up to my newsletter, and I'll draw a winner for these beautiful yarns, and you'll also get a copy of my PDF pattern. Thank you. Bye.